If somebody asks me what all I do, my first thing is I help solopreneurs build a six-figure business by using the knowledge they already have in their heads. Boom. Man, that's simple and powerful. I'm telling you what I do, who I am. What I do, I help solopreneurs build a business, a six-figure business by using the knowledge that they already have in their heads. So I'll tell you who I am, what I do, and how to help you. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode from your Solo Success Architect. Today, we're going to take a dive into something that's super exciting to a lot of people. If you're new and you're looking for a way to start your business, this episode is definitely for you. We're going to jump into something that is super exciting, something that could transform the way that you think about your business, or even if you start the business, this could help you out. And what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how this particular transformation itself can turn yourself into a business. That's right, you. See, we think about businesses as getting into as an entrepreneur. We think about businesses that conglomerate downtown in your major city on the skyscrapers. But there's one model that nobody seems to talk about, and that's the one-person business. That one-person business model, that's for those who are beginners. That's for those who have no budget or no money for a budget. I'm sorry. You want to start a business, you work in a 9-to-5, you want to get away from that 9-to-5, but you don't have the resources to move from point A to point B. Or being a one-person business can help you, but you have to understand that one-person business, everything falls on your shoulders. You are the business. Everything is your fault if something goes wrong. So imagine being in complete control. All right. Imagine you're in complete control. You control almost everything. You control what comes into the business as far as funding. You control what goes out of the business. You control how you get paid. You control how all your bills get paid. But you don't have to worry about paying a team. You don't have to worry about paying out vendors all the time. You're the one-person business. That's you. You are the person who wears every single hat with inside of their business. So you, like I said, you schedule your own future. You are your future. You control this. You control everything. You control your schedule. You control your future. You control how you want to work. It's like being a person who's a DoorDash driver, or Uber driver, or Lyft driver, or Uber Eats driver. They control their schedule. They can work as many hours as they want, or they can work as little hours as they want. It's all according to how you are set up as a person, as a business. So, but more importantly, imagine doing all of this without the need of a massive team. Completely without a complicated overhead or a ton of stress. Sounds good? You're right, it does. It really does sound great. It's tremendous. Now, if you've ever felt that way and you wanted to, basically take control of your career, escape that 9-to-5, like we really want to kick that 9-to-5, or even scale up from your freelance work to create real sustainable wealth, create an income that you can provide and walk away from a lot of things and spend more time with your kids, grandkids, on the beach, whatever you want to do. Guess what? This episode is definitely for you. See, I've been there. Now, my story's a little different. See, I'm on the verge of retirement from my regular 9-to-5. 27 years, man. 27. I was brought up in an era where you worked and you did the what is it I want to call it? You did the pensions and all of that. So I have an income coming in, but I might want to do some extra things like travel the world without having to worry about it. I don't want to go back to work for somebody else. So I've seen the grind. I've seen the uncertainties. I've seen people who haven't enjoyed life. You know, when I retire, year or two, I'll be 53, 54 years old. Just think about that. I still got a ton of life left. But the thing of it is I want to enjoy. I want to be able to just roll out. So let's ride. Let's go. We out here. So you have to think the excitement of building a business for those from the ground up with just your skills, your ideas, the knowledge that you have, your will, your drive, your hustle. Man, I'm telling you, man, in today's society, that's what it's about. See, if you listen to Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick will tell you they not like us. Well, I follow this guy named the Wall Street Trapper. He'll tell you Wall Street is looking more and more like us every day. I'm not talking about black folk. I'm talking about people who roll out of bed, hop in the shower, go to the gym, put on t-shirt, put on sweats. We're not rocking 3-piece suits unless it's an amazing event. We're not rocking bow ties or ties unless it's a major event. And then sometimes, even at these major events like the sneaker balls, we're rocking suits and sneakers. So understand this. I've been where you at. So I think that qualifies me to walk you through on how to start this online business. Now, here's the one thing that I want to change the narrative on before we jump any further into this. If you've ever been online and you've seen those people who literally want to show you the Lamborghinis, the big house, all of that, listen, they want to show you their stats. That's social proof because that's what the world is built on. Well, let me tell you what the world is built on now. See, 5 or 6 years ago, that was the perfect thing to do. But here's what the world is built on now. If someone shows you how much money they make, you know somebody gonna come and try to backdoor you. You know somebody gonna come and try to rob. So why take that opportunity? I can show you better than I can tell you how to start a solo professional business for yourself. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show you how to leverage your expertise, where I am anyway. And then we're gonna build the brand. The brand is where it's at. You have to understand, the brand is where it's at. We're gonna scale up like a train. And listen, all of this is gonna happen without hiring a huge team. So if you're ready to jump into it, let's get started, man. I'm telling you, we are about to get things cracking. Let's get started. Now, before we kick things off, we need to define what the one-person business model is. We got to define that. All right. So let's kick this off by defining this particular model. Now, this particular model, one-person business, it's been around for a while. You know, if you really pay attention to things like Amazon was started in the garage. Jeff Bezos started it in the garage. And look where Amazon is at now. He started as a one-person business. He was just selling old used books and things like that out of the garage. And most entrepreneurs do that. They start by selling, like they start lemonade stands, grass cutting. That's a solopreneur. You don't have a whole lot of overhead. I mean, if you're cutting grass when you got your push more and a little broom, and you might have to go buy some gas every now and then, but that's what this is about. Okay, so simply put, one-person business model means you're running the entire business. You're the marketing expert, you're the sales consultant, you're customer service, all of this by yourself. You have to understand, if anything goes wrong, it's your fault. So automatically put that in your head. So before you go any further, think about that. You are the one-person business. If anything goes wrong, it's your fault. You might think, how is this even possible? Well, it simply is. We have so many new systems in place. AI has come about to where you can run a 6, 7, 8-figure business from anywhere in the United States. Anywhere. All you need is a few things. A Wi-Fi connection, an account where you can put your money at, a laptop, and a place to do some work. That's it. You got the knowledge in your head, you a one-person business. All right. So 7-figure businesses without hiring employees, that's a dream. Because you want to start out, you want to generate all the money, you want to keep all the revenue coming in. That's what you want to do. So you got to think of people like Pat Flynn, all right, who built a passive income empire through podcasting and blogging. And I recently just took this course by this particular individual. Her name is Amy Potterfield. She dominates the online course industry. Amy Potterfield, I literally just took a 5-day challenge. It's a free challenge, an excellent challenge. I recently just took a challenge doing the industry, online course industry, excuse me. But these examples are solopreneurs, and they scaled without teams. Them two alone have scaled without teams. The beauty of this model is control. You control everything. You decide what you want to do, what products you want to, create, who to work with, and when to do the work. That's you. That's all you. You control everything. If you want to make money, go make it. If you don't want to make no money, you want to be a bum, go be a bum. But you control everything. And in today's digital world, I'm here to tell you, there are so many tools and platforms available to make it easier, has made it easier than ever to operate with efficiency. I mean, there are so many tools out there that you can go out and listen. You have things like ManyChat, you have things like Zapier, you have things like HubSpot, you have things like ClickFunnels and Go High Level and Scoop, and you have things like Lead Pages and Aweber and GetResponse. All of these are remarkable tools. Now, some of them are paid tools, some you have free tools. You have ChatGPT, you have Gemini, you have Claude. All of these are tools that you can use to build a one-person business. And it's quite simple to do. Takes a little time, takes a little elbow grease. Listen, you're not going to build a business in 3 hours. You might have the model. You're not going to build a business in 3 hours. It might take you 6 months to a year. That's realistic. And you have to really sit back. You have to really think about, is this something that you truly have time to do or want to do? Because once you get started, there's no stopping. You got to keep going full speed ahead. You have to hit that go button. Go. You have to take off and just go with it. You learn, you become efficient, but it's all about you. You are the business. Being the face and the driving force behind your own brand, your own success is immaculate. So this leads me to one crucial pain point, one crucial problem, and one crucial solution. If you are the business, that means that your personal brand becomes everything. If you are the business, that means your personal brand becomes everything. So that leads us into personal branding. I mean, that leads us into building your personal brand as a business. So as we sit back and we start to talk about the personal brand, if you're going to turn yourself into a business, people need to know who you are, what you stand for, and why they should care. In other words, you need to become the brand. I was just recently on Facebook and I seen a buddy of mine. He runs a pest control company here in our city. Well, we're based in Louisville, and we're based in Louisville. And he actually is doing a presentation for his pest control company. Now, I got to shout out my guy, Christian Allen, Telemay Pest Control. My guy literally walked away from his 9-to-5, started his own company, and he's probably doing 7 figures right now. Immaculate, amazing. But he's giving a presentation, and it just so happens that the who, what, and why, but then there's another one, the how, because it's who he is, what he can do, and how he can help you solve your problem. That was on his screen, and I kid you not, it was so funny because I was sitting there thinking about that as I was writing this, doing my script for the podcast, and I said, that boy must be in my head, because I'm telling you, that's exactly what I was just thinking. So that's the one thing you got to do. You got to become the brand. So step one, identify your niche and your strengths. You have to identify what you're going to do and what are your strengths. Then you got to be like this. Okay, what do you know better than anyone else? Well, I know training myself. I know how to coach. I know how to market. Now, each one of these skills was developed over time. Like my coaching, I learned how to coach. I know how to motivate. I know how to structure through football, being a football coach. I'm the youth coach for 20 some odd years. I've been a high school coach for the last 5.5. I'm going on 6. Nah, it's been longer than that. 7.5 going on 8. So coaching is in my DNA. So I want to transform that coaching, transfer it from coaching football to coaching entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, how to start a business. So this could be anything from coaching the business strategies, creating digital product, or even content creation. So a digital product, ebook, workbook, things like that. Content creation is when you are creating YouTube videos, Instagram posts, LinkedIn posts, Twitter threads posts, Facebook posts, all of these posts. That's content. That's what you create. So you figure out and then you double down on it. Step 2, establish your unique value proposition. What makes your approach different from the thousands of others who are doing the exact same thing? Well, here's what makes me different. What makes me different in my approach is I want to get to know the person who I'm helping. I don't care if it's in a group. I don't care if it's in a group. I want to get to know the person who I'm helping. Meaning, in order for me to help you get from A to B, I need to know the pre-A portion. I need to know how you live, where you live. I need to know what are your thoughts. It's not about picking and choosing because it matters. What makes it matter is if I'm going to help you, I need to know who this person is. And so a lot of people, they just want to just collect the money and go from there. No, we're going to start out. We're going to get to know each other. We're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to get comfortable. And once you get comfortable, once you start to get comfortable, it becomes easier for you to communicate. You feel more relaxed. All right. And once you feel more relaxed, you open up more. And once you start to open up more, see, this portion is the personal development of your business because you are developing a persona. You are developing a relationship. You are developing comfort zone with the person who's trying to guide you to your transformation. So the key for me is because you're the brand, your brand needs to stand out in a crowded marketplace. Russell Brunson has this thing called red fish in a blue ocean, or you want to be a blue fish in a red ocean. So the analogy is if you want to be a red fish in a blue ocean, you want to stand out because guess what? Even though you might be the blue fish in the red ocean is more crowded. See, the blue ocean over here, the red fish in the blue ocean, ain't that many people. You stand out. All the attention becomes on you. So you don't have to be in a suit and tie. You have to be your damn self. You have to be able to say, F me, I don't give a damn about what other people think. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be in the top 1%. I'm going to retire my wife and kids. My wife retired, kids, private school. So you got to have that mentality. And see, after you do that, you have to think about this. Maybe you have a specific method that can help you get to that point. Maybe you have a significant product or an experience that nobody knows about. Nobody else offers this. So you have to be able to think outside the box. You have to be able to generate something nobody else knows. And then step 3, you have to be able to create a clear, consistent message. You have to be able to make sure that your message is very clear, directed to the point, so simple that a child can understand it. You should be able to explain what you do in one sentence. For example, this is the beauty of it. If somebody asks me what all I do, my first thing is, I help solopreneurs build a 6-figure business by using the knowledge they already have in their heads. Boom. Man, that's simple and powerful. I'm telling you what I do, who I am. What I do, I help solopreneurs build a business, a 6-figure business by using the knowledge that they already have in their heads. So I tell you who I am, what I do, and how I can help you. And then finally, when you're building your digital presence, your personal brand should live online. Your personal brand should live online. Whether you focus on Instagram, LinkedIn, or your personal website, or even on YouTube, you need to be visible. Share your story, share your expertise, and then also share your wins. You want to share social proof? Share your wins. Like here recently, I started the I Am Anthony Porter Instagram channel. Then the funny thing about that is the channel had 0 followers in the latter part of May, early part of June. I think by mid-June, I probably had 15, 20 followers. July, I was up to about 80, but I wasn't consistent. August hit, and I decided to follow this young lady named Maria. And when I started following her, also, I take it back. I started following Maria and I started following Dan Thomas in the Social Boom Network. When I started following them, things changed. I understood what I needed to do with my Instagram bio. That's my digital playground. Once I understood that, it became clear to everyone who I was. I started making content from August to from the early part of August. I went from, and I should have screenshotted this. I went from right at August the 1st, I had 100 followers. I made videos. Now I'm still making videos, make reels and shorts and everything. Next thing you know, I'm at 450 something right at the end of August. So in 1 month, I scaled to 450 something. Just last week, I went over the 500 followers mark. So I reached the goal. One of my goals was I wanted to get to 500 followers within 3 months. I made it within a month. So now I have to go back, refocus. Then we got to talk about getting to 1,000. And so far I'm on a roll. I'm almost at 600. And this was a week ago that I hit the 500 mark. So we're doing great. I'm doing real well. So remember, people buy from people they trust. So that's why this presence has to be. That's why the presence has to be. You know, if you see me and you understand me, then this is what it is. This is what people do. They buy from people that they trust. So that leads us into the next portion of it, and that's systems and tools for running a one-person business. So when you're running a one-person business, now that we've got the branding portion out of the way, you need to operate efficiently. The key to running a successful one-person business is leveraging systems. You have to have systems in place and the tools to help them systems work smarter and not harder. That's why you put these systems, and automation becomes your best friend. Once you learn how to automate, you're good to go. Now let me tell you this, and we're gonna be clear about this. Some people try to do this crap, shit, whatever you want to say, in 72 hours. You're gonna miss steps. Take your time. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. Take your time. Develop. Once you develop, once you get to that point, then you are in a good position to be successful. All right. See, there are, you know, when you leverage these systems, you got to have these tools. So here's some of the tools that I like. First, let's talk automation and delegation. No matter how much of a superhuman you think you are, there's only 24 hours in a day. And guess what? You don't need to be doing everything yourself. Tools like Go High Level, which is what I use. I use School, ConvertKit, Buffer. They lifesavers. Later, ManyChat, Zapier, GetResponse. These are lifesavers. My videos, like right now, my videos, we're shooting on Riverside. A lot of people use Loom. I'm using a new tool. I shoot all my videos, all my talking heads. I can even do a video guest hosting through Riverside FM. So that's the beauty of everything that you want to do. Like, if I'm gonna pay for Loom, why not pay for Riverside? I can edit my videos in Riverside. I can edit my audio in Riverside. It's an all-in-one platform. It's made for podcasters, but you can use it for your YouTube videos, everything that you want to do. And here's another. You can shoot your long tenured term videos, and when you go in there to edit, you can turn those long form videos, that's the word I'm looking for, long form videos, into short form videos. So now you can post your long form on YouTube, your short form can go on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reel. So now you've taken one piece of content, and this is a pro tip, you're taking one piece of content and you've taken and put it on 4 different platforms, 5 really, because you got YouTube, you got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you can put them on Snapchat. You can put them you can put them anywhere for real. So these platforms handle everything from email marketing, social media scheduling. Now, in Go High Level, which is something that we can talk about just as well, in Go High Level, all right, in Go High Level, I can schedule all of my posts. I use Camp. All of these tools I use. I'm a one-person business. So being a one-person business, this allows me to be able to do everything that I need to do. Now, for task management, I swear, Trello, is another key thing. Notion. Now, some of the things I give you is free. Notion, Copy AI, Chat GPT, Gemini, NVideo.ai, Canva. But Go High Level School used to do most of my work. Now I'm building a new community in school, so we gonna get into that in another video. That's a video for another time. Now, when it comes to sales platforms like Kajabi and Teachable, canceled all of that out. But these are some that you can use. Making digital products, courses, it makes it a breeze, man. I'm telling you. And even if you need help to design you can outsource these things to people like Fiverr and people like in Upwork. The key is to focus on high level value tasks and let technology handle the rest. Plain and simple. So once you get all of that done, now it's time to start scaling your one-person business. Once you have the systems in place, it's time to scale. And scaling does not, I tell you, I repeat, scaling does not mean you're hiring employees and adding a ton of complexity. It's not. That's not what that means. One of the easiest ways to scale a one-person business is through digital products. Whether it's an online course, ebook, paid membership sites, webinars, challenges, these products are created once and sold over and over again, which means once you created one good time, I say it again, once you created one good time, you can multiply your income without multiplying your work hours. So you can just go in, schedule it, and once you schedule, it's a wrap. You get people to sign up, the email goes out, shoots the date out. You just gotta make sure you tweak the email to fit the particular month or whatever. And then after all of that, guess what you do? You sit back and you let the pre-recorded webinar, or if you feel like you want to do them live, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. Now remember, you don't need to be everywhere. Just focus on one or two platforms. So for me, it's LinkedIn and Instagram, but my long form is on YouTube. Everything else goes to the other. So excuse me, my allergies that really bother me. So you don't need to own a graphic design. You don't need to do your own graphic design or even your own bookkeeping. Focus on places like Fiverr and Upwork to get all of that done for you. Now, let's talk about some common challenges and how to overcome them. Of course, being a one-person business isn't always simple. It does come with some challenges. First, one is wearing too many hats. If you want to do it all, you're going to run into these problems where you're going to try to do it all. And then when you try to do it all, you got to figure out how to prioritize the one thing, the two things, the three things first, and then worry about everything else last. Focus on what drives revenue and delegate or automate the rest. So focus on the driving of the revenue and then delegate the rest or automate the rest. Another challenge is scaling without burning out. You don't want to burn in. Take time, take self-care, do self-care. Take time for yourself. Running a business solo can be exhausting. I'm telling you, man, I've been burnt out. I struggle with mental health as we speak. Sometimes this is my getaway, sometimes it's not. But you have to be able to understand you can burn out. So, schedule your work hours, create a repeatable process, and take care of yourself, man. Do some self-care. I did some self-care earlier today. Lastly, there's managing inconsistent income. To combat this, create multiple revenue streams, whether through coaching, consulting, digital products, or affiliate marketing. All right, so you stick around, and we'll show you. So first things first, click the subscribe button, because once you click the subscribe button, I'm going to show you ways that you get paid without doing a whole lot of work. There's ways to get paid without doing a whole lot of work, but you have to be diversified. Diversity is the key. It helps smooth out the ups and downs, but being diverse is the key. Now, you've got the blueprint. turning yourself into a business, that's an amazing feat. That's a goal that you truly want to do. It's time to take action. Now, if you're serious about building your one-person empire, I've created this free guide that outlines the exact steps you need to take to get started. You can download it at the link in the description. And trust, it's packed with actionable insight. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave us a review. Check us out at the solo. I done said solo, Lord Jesus. Check us out at the Social Mojo podcast. All right. If you want to hear this go into a little more in depth, if you can't drive and watch the videos, you can check us out on the Social Mojo podcast on Apple Music. This video audio turns into the podcast episode. That's another way I'm, driving track. So check us out on all your streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. Listen, we'll figure out how to leave the links in the comments. And remember, you are the most valuable asset in your business. So what that means is it's time for you to build, scale, and live a lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Hey, thanks for checking out today's video. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Until next time, stay focused, stay creative, and keep grinding, keep hustling, keep being that solo success architect. All right, man. Peace.